Today, other interesting political news, you have Nikki Haley I'm a woman of my word tweet backfires spectacularly. Some might argue worse than Ron DeSantis shooting himself in the high-heeled boot with his political campaign. Now, Nikki Haley on X Twitter said, quote, I'm a woman of my word. I'm not giving up this fight when a majority of Americans disapprove of both Trump and Biden. In the next 10 days, 21 states and territories will speak. They have the right choice. They have the right to a real choice, not a Soviet-style election with only one candidate, and I have a duty to give them that choice, unquote. Perhaps one of the most mentally vacuous things I've read on X Twitter, but 31,000 people did like that statement, and as youth might say, it went viral. This is perhaps her most viral thing she said on X Twitter in the past 12 months. That got 8 million views, which, again, for her, that's an all-time high. That's knocking it out of the park. Now, not to brag, but I got 16 views on a video last week. And we got 2 likes, actually. Now, granted, for me, it's all about quality or quantity. Those 2 likes are the two coolest guys or gals of all who are watching my show and tuning in, just like you, perhaps. And if you have 1/1000th of a second to like this video, I would greatly, of course, appreciate it. Now, again, she's saying it's not a Soviet-style election. Well, I mean, when I think of Soviet-style, I think many people would argue, well, isn't that political persecution of Donald Trump when he's being charged with the same things that other candidates and presidents have done, but he's the only one that's actually having charges brought to him? But no, she's saying it's Soviet, insinuating it's Soviet because we only have the Trump of Donald Trump or Biden. I mean, many people voted in the Republican primary for Trump. I mean, that's why he's the forerunner. That's why, statistically speaking, he's so far ahead of Nikki Haley. She might as well be, well, I can't think of a funny enough metaphor for being in the rearview mirror of a vehicle. Perhaps she's so far in the rearview mirror that even Chris Christie would look small, or something to that effect. And again, I mean, people are voting for Trump. That's why he's the forerunner in the Republican Party. I mean, let's just pull up the poll aggregator for a good laugh. So again, this website is projects.538.com, and it is a poll aggregator, so it takes all the polls and just makes an average out of them. And right now, Trump is at, for Republican nominee specifically, he is at 76.6% of people saying they want him. And 15.6% of people are saying they want Nikki Haley. Now, for her, that's actually high compared to earlier this year. She is around, usually around 10 to 12%, Q4 2023. But again, I mean, he is leaps and bounds ahead of her. That's why he's the forerunner. But maybe I'm alone in this assessment. Maybe everyone in the comments are big Nikki fans. They're going to all say, yeah, you go girl, or something to that effect. Probably not, but let's dive in. One of the first comments comes from Cat Turd, who simply says, you're a horrible person, unquote. That got 27,000 likes. Paul Zupa says, quote, you're a selfish egomaniac, Nikki Haley. You know you can't win, but you don't care. You're just going to drag the country through this muddy nonsense of yours that will waste untold millions that could be spent on causes that are actually worthwhile. Shame on you, unquote. That got 8.9 thousand likes. Again, 8.9 thousand likes for that statement. Although that being said, a lot of the money that's being donated to her is actually from people who are politically left and Democrats. I mean, most famously, you have one of the CEOs of the largest, most important companies on the planet in terms of financial. Diamond, the CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, he actually recommended people actually donate to Nikki Haley because she had so many policies that are very much similar to Biden. So a lot of businesses do this, actually donate to both politicians. As an adage, old saying says, quote, hedge your bets. So, I mean, it actually might be taking away money from Biden and his campaign or prospective donors to him. And that's not out of the realm of possibility, especially as we see a lot of Democrats who are registering as Republicans for these caucuses in the past couple months to cast their votes for Nikki Haley. Now, going down, a couple other comments. One comes from the redhead libertarian, and she says, quote, I'm once again imploring you to please stop girl bossing, unquote, getting 1.9 thousand likes. Rich Mooney says, quote, your hubris is ridiculous, Nikki. Your home state rejected your candidacy. You lost every state in a landslide and aren't competitive in a single poll in any upcoming state. I enjoyed watching you lose today, and I'm glad your career in politics is over. Hashtag never Nikki since 2014, unquote. They got 221 likes. Western Lensman says, quote, the only thing that is Soviet style is the political persecution you're banking on taking out Trump, unquote, getting 1.9 thousand likes. Brick suit, actually. Not as fancy as a suite, but nevertheless, it is a brick suit, so I approve, as all men should always suit up. Brick suit says, quote, in the next 10 days, 21 states and territories will speak, and they will say never Nimrata, unquote, getting 1.2 thousand likes. Mostly peaceful memes, who actually did not respond in a meme form, they responded in a text form, but nevertheless, this alleged meme profile says, quote, Nikki Haley is no quitter. She didn't quit when she got caught cheating on her husband in that SUV, and she's not going to quit now, unquote, getting 8.2 thousand likes. We'll do one or two more. You got Joseph Pino saying, quote, Nikki Haley is a corrupt Democrat. It's that simple. Unquote, getting 5.5 thousand likes. Hollywood Resistance says, quote, you still can't even name a single state you could win. You're a corrupt liberal fraud. Unquote, getting 2.3 thousand likes. Last one we'll do D-Mac, and he actually retweeted a post or a picture from Chris Parter, and he said, quote, hey kids, your reminder, a vote for this, an arrow to Nikki Haley, is a vote for this, and is an arrow to Charles Schwab. I got 4.1 thousand likes. And as I go down, you see more and more. You have John Rich chiming in saying, quote, you remind me of what I loathe about DC, unquote, getting 3.6 thousand likes. DC Drano says, quote, read the room, lady, we hate you, unquote, getting 11,000 likes. I mean, I haven't seen someone ratio this back since Chris Christie. And there's actually the fascinating mathematical phenomenon that we call the Chris Christie effect, where in which you have a post on X Twitter and you get 0 positive responses, which is a mathematical outlier. It almost never happens. But truth be told, there were a couple times when Chris Christie, quite literally a couple times, 2 times, retweeted something and not a single person responded in a positive manner. And allegedly he has a family, maybe some friends, allegedly a campaign staff, and not even they could give him a positive accolade to response on his X Twitter statements. And let's see how many there are total. There are 23,000 comments, so I don't think we can go through all of them today. But just scrolling through the first 100 or so, I mean, a lot of people are saying drop out. Liz Cheney 2.0 are 2 positive, or 2 very consistent comments I keep seeing. A lot of people saying they'd rather vote for Trump. A lot of people saying Trump 2024. A lot of people saying big publicly traded companies are behind her. A couple of memes and GIFs of Hillary Clinton, which is fascinating. Have you ever met anyone who's a Nikki Haley fan or a voter? Presumably it happens. I mean, she's gotten more than 0. Again, she's at, 14? No, 15.6%. So, I mean, she's getting some votes in these polls, presumably from Democrats, but it's kind of funny. I've never seen a Nikki Haley, campaign sign in the lawn, or, a Nikki Haley flag. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. Let me know, have you ever seen a Nikki Haley flag or a Nikki Haley campaign button on someone's lapel, someone actually being proud to support her? I would be really fascinated here if anyone has ever said that, or seen that, rather. Let me know in the comments. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or even just a quick comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.